hockey fans, and welcome to the WTC in beautiful downtown Westport for the second of two nights against the Kanata Kings. We'll call it the Rumble on the Rideau. Things were getting heated on a cold Sunday afternoon, and now the same two teams back at it here on a Friday night. The lineup for the Kanata Kings: number 30, Ethan Dinsdale; number 33, Ronan O'Leary; number 2, Xavier Beauchamp; number 3, Jonah Sheehan; number 5, Quinn Kennedy; number 7, Simon Picard; number 8, Chase Peck; number 12, Owen Brown; number 15, Joshua Rickard; number 16, Owen Lang; number 17, Serhill Levchenko; number 18, Emerson Evans; number 21, Andrew Colley; number 25, the captain, Marco Peloso; number 27, Landon Lowe's; number 39, Jaden Hurdle; number 44, Yamato Montcalm; number 47, Adam Kahn; number 48, Ben Caron; number 55, Nolan Shale; number 63, Braden Brown; number 77, Jordan Cruz; number 85, Mark Shaughnessy; number 88, Anthony Fiorenza; number 93, Cedric Page; head coach, Derek McEllerin; assistant coach, Scott Goodfellow, Sean O'Leary; and general manager, Haley Ross. For your hometown Westport Rideaus: number 31, Ben Spicer; number 33, Tyke Mossman; number 2, Ethan Mueller; number 3, Nolan Campbell; number 4, Noah McGlade; number 5, Adam Vio; number 6, Logan Chason; number 7, Nathan Green; number 8, Patty Finn; number 11, Jack Leonard; number 12, Lane Morency; number 14, Lucas Hanna; number 15, Ty Empey; number 16, Robert Onion; number 18, Ben Pelado; number 19, Connor Jackson; number 21, Thomas McLean; number 22, Regan Donnelly; number 24, Cohen Campbell; number 25, Chad Carroll; number 26, Noah Sear; number 27, Ethan Fowler; number 71, Tyson Birch; number 81, Jack Story; number 91, Braden Velo; head coach, Steve Merkley; assistant coach, Jeff Seed, Tim Seed; trainer, Willie Wilson, Mike Dyer; general manager, Jeff Snow; junior equipment manager, Camden Hudson. And tonight, the flag bearers are Camden Hudson and Jack McNichols. Tonight's game sponsor, Thompson's Plumbing. We'd like to thank Thompson's Plumbing for sponsoring tonight's game. Owned and operated by Ron and Krista Thompson, Thompson's Plumbing has been providing full plumbing services for commercial and residential customers for over 24 years. And they've recently joined the Facebook world. Krista must have been only a child when they started the business. So the Kanata Kings come into the games still in third place behind the second place Rideaus, but the lead has shrunk. With the same number of games played, the Rideaus lead by 3 points. So tonight's game will feel like a playoff with that all-important home ice advantage. We have Rob Scott and Chris Chismore in the box, and as always, we've got Phil and Tim here in the booth. I know we have some visitors watching tonight from Veradero, Cuba. We can add that to our list of international sites. Last year we had several American states: British Columbia, Nova Scotia, Quebec, Spain, Plunkett and Smith, the officials tonight. With Hahn and Mullen on the lines.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the WTC Communications Center for tonight's action in the National Capital Junior Hockey League between the Kanata Kings and the Westport Rideaus. Tonight's game is brought to you by Kanata. Would you please rise and remove your hat for the playing of our national anthem?
A shorter bench for both teams tonight. 16 skaters for the Kings, 15 skaters for the Rideaus. Mossman gets the call in net for the Rideaus. And when we can ascertain who's in net for the Kings, we will let you know. Might be Ronan O'Leary. And the draw, won by Kanata. D-to-D pass over to number 48, Ben Caron. Puck intercepted there by Story. He gets a shot towards the net, but it's stopped by the defenseman. Carroll intercepts that in center ice and throws it in cross ice and deep. Out it comes over to Vio. Vio cross ice looking for Story. Now Jackson. His pass off a stick. And that was Owen Brown going back in front of his netminder. And up it comes to Stories. Stories across the red line and throws it in. Cruz looking to lay some body there. Now Cruz coming out of his own end. Across the center. That's tipped in there to the far corner. They're looking for the backdoor pass. Cruz missed. And out comes Leonard, and he's takes a hard stick check from Cruz from behind. But the Rideaus get it in deep now. Leonard to Pelado, his shot wide. Into the corner it goes. Pelado on the forecheck with Onion. Onion off the boards. And almost a too many men call for the Kanata Kings. Onion over to Leonard. Leonard again caught from behind. Kanata back checking hard thus far in the first period. That shot thrown at the net off a pair of pants into the corner. Onion and Jackson now chasing. Kahn across the blue line. Kahn around the D, back door, and back of the net. Play the string music. Mossman beat at 17:56 of the first. That was a dandy move by Kahn to get around the Rideaus defender. Little outside, inside. How do you do? Sheehan back D to D. Empty on the forecheck. Vio not able to keep it in, but the Rideaus clear. Verch on the forecheck now. That pass intercepted by Empey, but knocked off his stick and back to neutral ice. A long shot, gloved by the Kanata netminder. So the Kings strike first here in the first period. They lead the Rideaus 1-0. Jackson, his pass off Peloso. And a second shot by Peloso beats Mossman. With 17:26, Kanata take a 2-0 lead. Evans wins the draw back to Shaughnessy. D-to-D pass up through the middle. Stripped there by Jackson, but then Jackson gave it back. Story now into the corner. Story hit from behind into the boards. No arm up by Plunkett. That shot right off some shin pads. And Fiorenza will be first. Paddy Finn rides him into the boards. Sear gets it ahead. Kanata swarming. And Mossman beat again. That'll be all for Mossman. 3 goals on 4 shots at 16:52. Hahn ready to drop the puck. The Kanata center tossed as Cruz was leaking into the face-off circle. Whistled down, it hit a Rideaus player in the bench. That puck kicked ahead by Robert Onion. He gets into the Kanata territory briefly. And now Onion again with the puck. Onion across, drops it for Pelado. Pelado's shot, misses glove side. Back come the Kings. Campbell ahead to Onion. Back to Campbell, that one off a skate of Cruz. Vio behind the net. Leonard chips it by a man. And here comes Cruz in on a break. Misses wide. Net must be off. The Plunkett has blown the whistle. So not the start the Rideaus were looking for, but Smith's arm is up. Cruz going to the box. 2 minutes for a rough, it looks like. We'd like to thank Thompson's Plumbing for sponsoring tonight's game. Owned and operated by Ron and Krista Thompson, Thompson's Plumbing has been providing full plumbing services for commercial and residential customers for over 24 years. And Vio has that go off the heel of his stick, so Rideaus will regroup. Vio, rink wide. Morency spins. Morency looking for Story, went off the skate of Evans. They don't clear. Morency with the puck on the half boards. Back to Vio. Vio to Jackson. Jackson to Vio. Vio to Morency. Now Sear. Sear looking out front. It comes back to Vio. Vio looks, shoots. It's behind the goalie. Kept out by the defenseman. Peloso saves a goal. That was drifting across the red line, and Peloso got there and snatched it out. Smith in good position. Now the second unit comes out. Morency across the blue line. Morency, dipsy doodles. Pelado now. Pelado walks out of the corner. He shoots high. Vio. Up to Leonard. Leonard to Morency. Morency, toe drag, loses the puck. And Kanata sends it the length of the ice. Carroll back. Now Onion with the puck. It has it knocked off his stick. Out front. And a stop by Spicer. Peloso looking for his second of the night. Now Leonard looking for the high guy. And the Kings intercept. Carroll spins. Puts it up. That's too many men. But Kanata do not touch the puck. And that could be interference. Leonard ridden into the end boards. Had not touched the puck. And that's flipped out. Brown. Carroll pushes him behind the net. Now Kahn, one of the goal scorers tonight, with the puck in the corner. Kahn gets it to the line. Into the corner. They walk out of the corner. Back to Kahn. Saved by Spicer. Onion throws it back for Leonard, but he was going off for a change. So now Kanata take over behind their netminder. Kanata coming out far side. They go rink wide. That's off the stick of Virch. Now Hanna. He was looking for Empey. That shot directed towards the net, but off his stick and into the corner. Kanata. Shaughnessy coming out of his own end. Campbell throws it back. That was number 15, Rickard, putting it in deep. Cruz on the forecheck. Off a stick and into the corner. Finn around the back of his net to Hanna. Up to Virch. And Empey backhands it in and goes off for a change. Campbell, he throws it in deep, but that's off the stick of Caron. Caron behind his net. Sear and the Rideaus have come close again, but just wide. Jackson bounces off Colley. Up the far side they come. Cross ice dump. Story on the forecheck. Back it comes to McLean. McLean gets across the red and gets it deep. Sear on the forecheck. He's bumped by the goalie. And that should be an icing, and it is.
We would like to thank Thompson's Plumbing for sponsoring tonight's game. Owned and operated by Ron and Chris Thompson, Thompson's Plumbing has been providing full plumbing services for commercial and residential customers for over 21 years.
Draw one by Onion. Leonard puts it in behind the net. Pelado backhands it. Picked up there by Peloso. Peloso with a head of steam. He throws it in front of the net. And now back come the Rideaus. Onion to Leonard. Leonard drops it for Pelado. Pelado on the backhand this time. Pelado hit behind the net. Jackson gets around a man. He's pinched off. Pelado's pass to the back door intercepted. And now McLean and Evans back. McLean gets the puck around. Leonard coming back. He gets it to neutralize. Sheehan. Sheehan again with the puck. Gets it ahead. Evans puts it up for Fiorenza. McLean is back. Around it goes to Vio. He lets it slide. Now Onion to Leonard. Leonard gets it deep and goes for a change. It is Dinsdale in the net tonight. Kanata lifted high. And that was number 12, Lane Morency getting it deep. Out it comes to Hannah. Hannah's shot. Looked like it went off the goaltender, so it should stay inside. Draw one by Kanata. Behind Dinsdale they go. Back to Patty Finn. Finn's shot steered aside by the defenseman. Back to Finn again. Another shot. Just wide on the blocker side. Carroll's shot off a leg and hits the side of the net. Pass back to Carroll. Carroll throws the net off Hannah's skate into the corner. Morency now. Around it goes. Kanata get control briefly. Now Kanata again with the puck. They throw it around. Patty Finn is there again. But the Kings break out. And they throw it in, and that'll be frozen by Now, Smith didn't seem to see the Kanata player skate in and whack Spicer well after the whistle. We'll see how this shakes down. Two men in the box. It looked like a roughing and an unsportsmanlike. So that could be slashing the goalie. And I believe this signal was for 4-on-4. So the penalties even out. Unsportsmanlike for Rickard. And then Carroll for the rough. So we'll have a little 4-on-4 here for the next 2 minutes. Barring any further the change on the clock. Carroll may have gotten 4 minutes. So 4 minutes for Carroll. 2 minutes. 4 minutes for each. Smith may be sending a message and trying to calm things down here before they get out of hand. Draw one by the Rideaus. They go off the boards and up through center ice. Picked up there by Shaughnessy. Back up to Lowe's. Lowe's across the blue line. He shoots. Going wide, but Spicer knocks it to the corner anyway. Campbell's pass for Jackson behind him. So Finn back to Campbell, up to Jackson. Shot by Sear. Steered to the corner. So each penalized player getting 4 minutes, 2 for rough and 2 for unsportsmanlike. Puck squirts towards the net. Sear in the area, draws the crowd. Two Rideaus players injured in Sunday's game, Regan Donnelly and Cohen Campbell, not in the lineup tonight. Vio over to McLean. McLean into Pelado. He loses the handle, but gets it back. And now Onion. Back to the line for McLean. McLean shot, hits the body in front. McLean steps in, over to Onion. Onion to Pelado. He makes a move. And here comes Cruz. Cruz on McLean. Cruz doesn't get the shot off. Good play by McLean there. Now McLean legging it out, and he'll turn back. McLean backhand pass, tipped by Cruz. They go D to D, now Peloso. Peloso gets around the forecheck of Onion, but Pelado now on Peloso. Finn steps up and knocks the puck away. Back it comes. Caron puts it in hard around the boards. Now Pelado looking ahead for Onion. Onion now across the blue line. Onion one-on-one goes between the legs, but oh, it is O'Leary. My apologies. Finally got a good look at the back of his jersey. The first of the minor penalties is over. Now there's 2 minutes remaining of 4-on-4 hockey. Morency puts that draw ahead. He's in the corner. He puts it back to Campbell, who shoots right away. Whistles one wide. That pass through everybody. Morency now. Morency pushed to the ground by a hurdle. Virch on the forecheck. It's off his stick. And Kanata pick it up. Peloso across the blue line. His shot wide. Peloso and Campbell now. Campbell will be going for a face mask. I'm sure the Rideaus bench wondering why the whistle wasn't blown sooner, as Peloso was cross-checking Campbell, who was on his knees. Campbell needs to know better than that. So it'll be 4-on-3 for the next minute and 31. January has not been kind to the Rideaus penalty minutes. So it's 6:55 with a 3-0 lead. There will be a power play, but here comes Morency. Morency coming in, and no call on the slash. The Rideaus bench upset. A slash that was heard throughout the rink. Most days that's a penalty shot, but here they come again. And pinned in behind O'Leary. Out comes Evans. Evans and Cruz. Cruz with the backhand shot. And Spicer gets a hold of that. And now Kanata will be going to the box. Slashing the goaltender. Evans going for slashing. A very similar play to what got Carroll into the penalty box earlier this period. So the scoreboard lit up like a Christmas tree in Times Square. Penalties galore. So now it's 3-on-3 hockey for the next 13 seconds or so. Jackson drops for McLean. McLean's shot gobbled up by O'Leary. 4 seconds remaining in the 3-on-3. Then it'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 39. And then it will be 5-on-4 for a minute 50. And we're back to 4-on-4. Caron puts it in deep. Spicer out to stop that for his defenseman. McLean around the net. McLean up the far side to Sear. Sear leaves it for Jackson. Jackson's across the blue. His shot low off the stick. O'Leary covers up. Sear and Jackson relieved by Onion and Pelado. Smith doing the majority of the officiating here. Onion comes out to oh, Carroll. His shot off a body. Now on the far side. Oh, and Patty Finn blows a shoe. Onion now. Onion go around a man. Onion across the blue. Drops for Pelado. His shot right into the red basket of O'Leary. Both teams trying to be tough after the whistle. Draw to the corner. Peloso behind O'Leary. Peloso up through center. That stretch pass. And left on the doorstep. Now coming back is Carroll. Carroll across the blue line. His shot right on. Rebound. Carroll picks it up. Tries to hit Onion. Now Pelado back with Finn. Pelado. And that shot wide of the net. And it comes all the way out to center ice. Misfire on that pass by the Kings. And now Onion across center. Around one man, but not Cruz. McLean to his defensive partner, Vio. Vio throws it in as they're now killing a penalty for the next 50 seconds. That comes out to Verch. Verch throws it back in. Morency on the forecheck. Long pass ahead. Kanata seem to be working the long pass tonight, thinking they can get behind the Rideaus defensemen, and they have on occasion. Morency on a strong back check. Morency coming across center. Morency toe drag shot. And taken down by the Kanata defenseman. Smith giving all the warnings he can. Peloso and Verch tangled up in each other's equipment. Hurdle pleading the Kanata case. Now O'Leary talking with Smith. Kanata win the draw. Kanata coming out of their own end. Peloso across center and across the blue line. Knocked aside by Vio. That puck comes out to the blue ice. Vio sends it down the ice. O'Leary out to clear that. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey for the first time in almost 10 minutes. That pass off the shin pad of Cruz. Vio giving chase. That pass to the slot area, and McLean taken down. Looking to the official. Patty Finn looks up ice. Morency gets it in deep. Jack Story now. Over to Hanna. Hanna tried to get it to Empey. And back to center it comes. The Kings go rink wide. Shaughnessy across the red and deep. Finn behind the net. To the line but not out. That pass intercepted by the Rideaus. And now Hanna gets it ahead. Story around a man. Throws it through the crease. Far side to Finn. Finn gets it towards the net but off a stick. And that pass back to the D. A bit too far. Jackson trying to hit Carroll. But that went off a body. Kahn with a slick move, but turned back by Carroll. And now Sear brought down. That'll be, will it be Brown or will it be Shaughnessy? Tripping's the call. Smith again. So a power play for the Rideaus. Perhaps they can cut into this 3-0 lead with 1:28 remaining in the first period, sponsored by Thompson Plumbing. Jackson to Vio. Vio to Jackson. Jackson to Story. His shot towards the net. Not his strongest shot of the season, that's for sure. Jackson to Story. He tips that just over the net. Kept in on the far side. Jackson out front for Story. He's clogged up. Spicer out to stop that puck up. Vio ahead to Morency. Rink wide to Sear. Sear has a rolling puck, but he gets it to Jackson off the skate and to the stick. Jackson to the line. Vio looking for Sear. Sear looking for Story coming in, but Story wasn't on the same page. Jackson through center, ahead to Morency. Morency around a man. Morency still at the puck. Out front to Story. Kick saved by O'Leary. And that will not be an icing as they are killing a penalty with 15 seconds left. Jackson holding. And that bouncing puck. And now McLean with a chance to shoot. He gets a shot off the blocker of O'Leary. And after the Kings scored 3 goals on their first 4 shots, we've had a scoreless 16-plus minutes. But the Rideaus find themselves in a 3-0 hole after 1. We'll be back here in 10 minutes. And the rumble on the Rideau continues. The Kanata Kings lead 3-0. They were off to a hot start. They chased Tyke Mossman. But after 3 goals in the first 4 minutes, it's been a scoreless 16 minutes. A number of penalties in the first period. Smith, the busier of the two officials. And Smith over talking to the Kanata bench as their players were out warming up before the ice attendants had cleared the ice and closed the doors. So we start the second period. The Rideau's on a 32-second power play. Onion wins the draw back to Carroll. Carroll leaves it for McLean. McLean ahead to Onion. Onion across the line. He throws it in for Pelado. Pelado back to Onion. Carroll at the line. Carroll goes east-west. Onion on the half boards. He shoots. He scores. Onion tickles the twine at 19:38 with 10 seconds remaining in the power play. So the Rideaus cut the deficit. It's now 3-1. So the quietest the Kanata bench has been in 2 games. Caron to his D partner Peloso. Peloso back to Caron. Up to McLean. McLean has it knocked off his stick by Colley. And now Morency ahead for Hanna. Hanna on Caron. No icing. And that's thrown out. No icing, says Mullen. McLean was in the area. McLean. There was one took him low and one took him high. Line changes by both teams. Sear on the draw against Evans. Rideaus come up with the puck. Jackson with Story. Jackson, toe drag. Story the rebound. It's just wide. Sear now in the corner. He throws it out front. Back to center it comes. And Kanata will clear their zone. Brown icing the call. Spicer out to play the puck, so the draw may come to center ice. Kanata making a change. Merkley looking for an explanation on something, and Smith gave it to him. Sear ahead to Jackson. across. Kanata behind their own net. And breaking out of their zone up to Forenza. Campbell around the boards hard, and it gets to neutral ice. Kanata throw it right back in off the pants of Campbell. Up to Story. Story stops up looking for Sear, went off an ankle. Campbell pinching in, and Kanata put that off the boards and into the Rideaus bench at 18 minutes here in the second period. The Kings lead the Rideaus 3-1. At Thompson Plumbing, our team of highly trained and government-certified, fully insured professionals is your assurance to a job well done. We service a wide area from Smiths Falls to Kingston and all parts in between. That draw behind the net, Leonard in there. Leonard comes up with the puck. He looks back to the line. Carroll throws it into the corner. Leonard again, around to Patty Finn this time, and Finn not able to keep it in. Finn to Carroll. Carroll gets it deep. On that side, Patty Finn throws it at the net, and very similar to the shot that Onion scored on. Had O'Leary fooled, but it was just a bit too high. That shot steered aside by Spicer. Carroll behind the net, ahead to Pelado, and Pelado takes a bump, stays on his feet. And Beauchamp puts it into the screen. Face-off will be to the left of Spicer. Draw won by Morency. Vio off the boards and off Plunkett. Down the ice it comes. Empey on the forecheck. He forces a pass, which is coughed up. Morency had it for a moment, but now Cruz. Here come the Kings, 3-on-2. That pass fooled everybody. Kings and Rideaus alike. Now Empey, 1-on-2. Empey has to clear the zone. Hans said Empey put himself offside. And Brown around two men and across the blue line. Brown unmolested thus far. And that's just off a skate wide of the net. Save made by Spicer. Into the corner it goes. Vio around the boards. Brown keeps it in at the line. Another funny bounce. And that wound up in the back of the net. That was a queer bounce off the side of the net. Out too far for Spicer to cover. And Kanata find themselves the beneficiaries of the bounce. The score goes to 4-1. Jackson pushes it ahead. Caron, D-to-D pass to Peloso. Back to Caron. Caron through the middle. And that's offside. Quite a pile at the blue line. Evans on the draw against Jackson. Hahn suggesting Sear and Fiorenza back up. Finn holds the line. He throws it up for Sear. Sear gets it deep and takes a bump from Evans. Story, bouncy puck there. So Colley from Cruz off the funny bounce. Sear wins the draw. Jackson the shot off a stick. over O'Leary. Sear again, back to the line. Story throws it out to the slot area. Finn keeps it in. But now Kanata breakout. Fiorenza over to Lowe's. And there are bodies sliding all over the place. Sear turned back towards his own end. Lost the handle, but now 3 Rideaus. Drop pass for Finn. Didn't drop far enough. Jackson covering for his defenseman. Picks up the loose puck. Jackson across the line. Throws it back for Story. Story shot. And Caron pushing Sear into the goalie, but I think it's Sear that'll be going. Now, Smith with his arm in the air. So it looks like 2 roughings. Two minutes for rough. So only the Kanata player. The Kanata bench will be upset with that call. We'll wait for the official call from the mellow tones of Rob Scott. I hope the Silver Fox has more than one pen in there tonight. Draw 1, Leonard. Leonard still with the puck, his shot off a stick. And Kanata clear of the puck. And McLean beat to the puck. Not sure if McLean was aware that Peloso was coming down the ice. Ahead it goes to Onion. Onion stops up. He puts it behind the net for Helado, who takes a big hit. Back to the line it comes. Carroll in, across to McLean. McLean's shot off the blocker of O'Leary. Behind the net, Onion tries to get it to Carroll. And Onion will be going for a slash. Trip. And Onion gets another. Trip and an unsportsmanlike. So those are the penalties that are piling up for the Rideaus right now that were not an issue before Christmas. So Morency, Hanna, Finn, the penalty killers. Beauchamp, oh sorry, four. My apologies. Back to the line it comes. Into the corner, Kanata with the puck. Looking for the backdoor pass. And now Vio. Vio gains the line. Vio looking for Finn, trailing. Bouncing puck. Vio again, he shoots high and wide. Finn takes a hit. And the Kings coming out of their own end. Put it ahead. The broken stick could be an issue back there. Finn looking for Vio. Finn around the net. Hooked up there by the Kanata forechecker. Back towards the line it comes. And that shot off a stick into the mesh. Still 4-on-4 for the next 18 seconds when Kanata will go on a power play. Draw to the corner. Around the net it goes. Colley. Colley in the corner, watched by McLean. To Cruz, back to Colley. Colley spinning. McLean knocks it away, back to Shaughnessy. And now it's 5-on-4. That's shot back, pass back to Colley, shot saved by Spicer. 12:47 remaining here in the second period. The hometown Rideaus trail the visiting Kanata Kings 4-1. And the Kings are on a power play for the next 45 seconds or less. Second period, sponsored by Thompson's Plumbing. And behind the net is Colley. Carroll watching him. They throw it behind the net on the far side. Story knocks it down the ice. O'Leary out to pick that up. Peloso behind the net. Jackson, the lone forechecker on the penalty kill. Long pass ahead for Beauchamp. McLean takes him into the boards. Around the net go the Kings, back to the line. That pass to Beauchamp. He's looking for the man on the back door. And he hits him with a pass. 2-on-1. Over to Carroll. Carroll's shot. O'Leary makes the save. Jackson feeds Chad Carroll with a nice pass. Carroll with a nice shot, but O'Leary with a nicer save. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. There hasn't been a lot of 5-on-5 hockey the last two games between these two teams. They're fighting for second place in the National Capital Junior Hockey League. Currently held by the Rideaus. 3 points up on Kanata. Sear over for Virch. Virch back to Hanna. Hanna gets a shot. Stud away. That shot high. Rebound comes down. Rideaus can't get a stick on another shot. So the minor penalty over, but Onion now sitting his 10-minute. Hanna on the half boards. Finn puts it in deep. Sear had to clear the zone. Now Leonard and Sear on the forecheck. Kanata getting it ahead. They approach center ice. Empty on the back check. And now Leonard. Leonard around a man. Jack Leonard across the blue line. Steps around to hit. 4-on-1 the Rideaus came in, but no shot. Brown coming back. To Lowe's. Finn gets a stick in there. And that shot goes into the mesh. At Thompson Plumbing, our team of highly trained and government-certified, fully insured professionals is your assurance to a job well done. We service a wide area from Smiths Falls to Kingston and all parts in between. Draw scrambled. And the Rideaus come ahead. Rideaus, McLean with a nice pass to Leonard. Leonard shot off the blocker. There was an opportunity there for Empey, but the Kings cleared. Now the Kings, they shoot. Rebound caught up in Spicer's equipment, but he covers up. Draw to the right of Ben Spicer. Back to the line it comes. Story gets it across the blue line. Carroll gets it ahead. Now Story. Story by a man. Story knocked down. And Plunkett with her arm in the air. A trip. So at 9:46 of the second period, Lowe's goes for 2 or less. Sear, Morency, Vio, Jackson, and Story, the power play for the Rideaus. See if they can cut into this 4-1 lead. And Morency with the puck behind the net. Morency leaves the puck for Jackson to Story. Tipped by Sear, wide of the net. Now back to Morency. Sear knocked down behind the play. Sear still down. Sear going to the bench. Virch coming out. So the draw coming outside the blue line. Because of the injured player, the draw comes out. Mullen drops the puck. Jackson pushes the draw ahead. Caron behind his own net. Caron turns and fires the length of the ice. Spicer stops that puck up for his defenseman Vio. Hurdle, the forechecker. Vio ahead for Virch, off his skate, and back it comes. Vio, again behind his own net. Gets it ahead. Morency over to Jackson. Jackson to Morency. Back to Jackson. Jackson to the corner. That pass headed for Virch was a little too firm. And that pass by Morency was too far. So now Vio back as the Rideaus make changes. Morency tips that for Hannah. Hannah back to Morency. Morency in the corner. On the half boards now. Morency for McLean. A bit behind him. Hooked in. And now Kanata come ahead around McLean. McLean pins his man on the boards. Carroll ahead. He takes a slash. Now Jack Leonard with the puck. Out to McLean. His shot wide. Out in front. Another shot. Rebound. And they score. Jackson So now the lead is 4-2. .7:30 remaining in the second. The Rideaus score their second of the night. It'll be Connor Jackson who will await the assists. I would just like to mention that Jack Leonard was Sunday's Cove Player of the Game. We'll wait to see who tonight's Cove Player of the Game will be. Jackson across the blue line. Jackson around a man. And the net is off the moorings. Not sure what transpired there. The heater was in my view. Sear back on the ice. The linesman adjusting the net in the Kanata end. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kanata center thrown out. But the Kanata defenseman gets that puck to center. McLean gloved that down. But now Fiorenza across the red line. His shot. And a penalty coming to the Rideaus. McLean steering the Kanata, sorry, that was Story, steering the Kanata forward away from Spicer. The Rideaus appealing, saying the same thing happened at the other end with Jackson, which caused the net to come off the moorings. There was no call. But falling on deaf ears. Story going to the box for 2 or less for roughing. Sear gets it to Campbell. And now a penalty. Sear was down on the ice. And the Kanata player, Hurdle, accidentally fell on top of him, but Smith's not buying that. 2 minutes for rough. There was no reason for Hurdle to be there. So we'll be back to 4-on-4 hockey. The last 94 minutes haven't seen much 5-on-5. Another perhaps missed call there. Finn gets it ahead for Sear, who sends it over to Jackson. Jackson spins at the line. Jackson around a man, still with the puck. In to Finn, out to the line. Campbell around a man. Campbell with a nifty move, and Campbell scores. My goodness. Nolan Campbell with the moves like Jagger. Tickles the twine and brings the Rideaus within 1. So after trailing 3-0, 3 minutes into the game, the Rideaus have fought back. And it's currently 4-3. Campbell again around a man, but not around 3. Pelado on the forecheck, knocks the puck to the corner. Pelado, and now Morency battling behind the net. Finn and Campbell back. Here come the Kings. Evans with his backhand pass off of Campbell. Into the corner it goes. Pelado didn't see the puck until it was too late. Morency with the back check. Ahead it comes. Pelado across the blue line. Pelado's shot off O'Leary into the corner. And now Morency. Morency around the defenseman. Morency looking in front. That shot wide by Pelado. And the Kings come back. That shot off of the blocker of Ben Spicer. So 13 seconds remaining in the penalty. Smith having a discussion with Derek McEllerin, perhaps to give the players a rest. "13 seconds remaining in Story's penalty. 18 seconds remaining in Hurdle's penalty. 4-3 the score. 5:15 remaining in the period. Sponsored by Thompson's Plumbing. At Thompson's Plumbing, our team of highly trained and government-certified, fully insured professionals is your assurance to a job well done. We service a wide area from Smiths Falls to Kingston and all points in between." And now Smith coming down to talk to Merkley. And we're ready to play. Face off to the right of Spicer. Draw back to the line. Rideaus poke it out. Sheehan puts it right back in. Spicer out, touches that up. And now the Rideaus back behind their own net. That's Vio. Vio hassled by the forechecker from Kanata. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. I would love to get a look at the game sheet to see how much 5-on-5 hockey we've seen in the last 95 minutes. Gloved ahead, says Hahn. .438 remaining here in the second. And Kanata pushed the puck ahead with her turn back by McLean. Empey takes his man into the boards. And now they step ahead. McLean's pass off a couple of bodies. And now Leonard. Leonard across the blue line. Puts it ahead for Morency. Morency back to the line. Campbell looking for a second rebound. And Empey with the game-tying goal. The Kanata defenseman breaking his stick over the net, almost hitting Plunkett. You would almost think that would be an unsportsmanlike call. And it is. No, it isn't. We're all tied at 4 here at 4:11 of the second period. And yes, the unsportsmanlike call is being made by Plunkett. Empey goes to the box. Oh, it must be 15. unless he got the 10-minute. No penalty on the clock. They could also wind up with a delay of game here. And we're back underway. Caron to Peloso. Back to Caron. Up through center. McLean hard off the glass. Back to Caron. He goes to the other side. Back it comes to Hurdle. Hurdle looking for the drop pass. He gets it. That shot. Spicer the save. And Colley takes a whack and skates away. Face off to the left of Ben Spicer. Colley pushes it ahead. Campbell back. He looked for Sear, but that was intercepted by Cruz. Another save by Spicer. Jackson ahead to Story. Jack Story around Caron. Story still with the puck. His shot off the shaft of the stick of O'Leary. Jackson to McLean. Ahead to Sear. Sear gets it deep. Story on Cruz. Is that kept in? Yes, it. Oh, no, says Hahn. Is that Campbell's second of the night? So Campbell credited with the goal. I would say at this point he might be the Cove player of the game. But there's still 23 minutes, 18 seconds left to play. No icing. Finn and Carroll miscommunication there. Carroll back, fighting off two Kings forwards. A new game here, tied at 4. Lang goes high on Finn. Out it comes to Leonard. Leonard coming to the middle of the ice. He drops it for Finn. Leonard gets the puck back. Leonard looking rink wide to Carroll. His shot. Oh, and Morency, Johnny on the spot, on the doorstep, couldn't get a stick on that puck. Carroll with another shot, steered aside by O'Leary. Leonard, back for Finn. Finn's shot off a stick and into the corner. And here come the Kings, 3-on-2. Now 4-on-2. Rideaus need a forward to come back, even up the score. Up through the middle it comes. Brown gloves it. That could have been a glove pass. Back off the board. Spicer steps out and stops it for Carroll. Carroll's attempt to clear off a stick. Carroll gets it to center. Carroll's got Jackson. Oh, hits him in the skates. And back comes Fiorenza. He had Lowe's. Morency back to help out his defenseman. Morency. That puck bounces in front. And another, the fourth goal for Kanata was off a lucky bounce. They almost got another one there. Carroll and Pelado battling. That came out. Beauchamp not able to keep it in. Pelado watching Beauchamp. 120, oh, that pass by Beauchamp off the pants of Pelado, and Pelado takes a stick there. He's going off. Vio lost it in his skates. Evans coming in, he went down. That pass behind the net fooled both teams. McLean throws it down for Virch. Virch now on Owen Brown. Virch on Brown. Might have got away with a hook there. He's down. Back comes Cruz, the big man. Battling Empey. Vio looking ahead for, and he finds Hannah. Hannah coming in. Hannah on the backhand, misses wide glove side. Here come the Kings. 16 seconds left. Vio, aware of time and place, drops it for Sear. Sear, 7 seconds, gets it ahead. And that should do it for the second period. So after 40 minutes of play, we're all nodded at 4. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes. And we're back. Finn off the boards, ahead. Touched, says Hahn, so no icing. Round it comes to Cruz. Campbell, he gets a shot on net. O'Leary with the save. We're up to 30 viewers at home. I hope you've got a fire on and curled up with a blanket. Oh, another seeing eye puck hit the defenseman in front. Didn't make any noise, so you know that didn't hit any of Peloso's equipment. Evans' shot stopped by Spicer. All tied up here at the WTC. 4-4. If Kanata are the victors tonight, they will draw within 1 point of the Rideaus. And if the Rideaus come out on top, they'll extend their lead over Kanata to 5 points. McLean up to Leonard. Leonard ahead to Onion, who's done his 10 minutes. Spicer covers up with Cruz on the doorstep. (19-13) here in the third. The long shot kicked aside by Spicer. Pelado gets to neutralize. Cauley knocks it off his stick. Vio puts a cross ice dump in. Picked up there by Brown. Onion now battling for the puck. Gets to the line, and now here come the Kings. 3-on-2. That shot off a stick wide. Spicer back in his net. McLean ahead for Leonard. A bit too far for him, off the boards, and down it comes into the Kanata end. Kanata behind their own net. That pass picked off by Onion. Pelado will not get there in time, but it pops out. Another funny bounce off the boards. Most of the funny bounces have gone Kanata's way, but not that one. That shot off the side of the net. And Kahn, one of the goal scorers for Kanata tonight, not able to get out of his zone. And Morency dancing in the corner, but loses the puck. And Morency back with the puck, and that pass went off a stick. Spicer out to play it for Finn. Finn turns. Looks off the skate of Virch, no ice. Virch on the forecheck. It's tipped behind the net. And up through the middle, got there by Hanna. Tipped, nobody knew where the puck was. Morency tipping that puck. O'Leary had no eyes on it. Neither did Morency. And neither did the Kanata defenseman. Shot steered aside by Spicer, and now icing. (17-16) remaining here in the third. The face-off will come to the right of Ben Spicer. Morency wins that draw to Finn. Comes back to the line, but not out. Morency off the boards, picked up there by Lowe's. Carroll back. Puts it off the boards for Virch. And that'll be an icing. Hahn ready to drop the puck to Ben Spicer's right with 17 minutes remaining in the third. It gets to the end, not out, not all the way out. Around the net it goes. And now off the boards. That one was offside, and the Rideaus will get to change. Tonight's game sponsor, Thompson Plumbing. No job is too large or too small. They're dedicated to serving the public with honest and dependable service. You can count on us. Stay tuned after for the Cove player of the game. McLean looking to go rink wide for Sear. And this time Sear comes up with the puck. Sear with a slap shot. Rebound out. Story not quite able to reach that. And to the line they come. Vio back. He knocks the puck away from the danger zone. Gets it ahead for Story. Story takes a hit from behind by Evans. A little slow to get up. And here comes Vio. Vio turned back, but Sear takes that puck. Drops it for Jackson. Jackson shoots. Oh, just wide on the blocker side. We could see from here the space that he had. And he just missed on the far side. McLean didn't clear that puck. Cruz's shot blocked by Jackson. Brown, his shot right off the W. Back to the line, kept in there. McLean backhands it around the net. Cruz picks it up on that side. His pass knocked aside by Vio. Into the corner and out to the slot area. Now Pelado. Pelado gets it to neutral ice. That was thrown back in. The Rideaus making changes. Vio off the boards for Onion, a bit too far. Oh, Leonard was there. Now Pelado. Pelado across the line. Pelado's low shot wide. Glove side. O'Leary. And here comes Leonard. Leonard puts it back for Pelado. Brown goes to hit Leonard, and he's holding his arm. He missed Leonard, but he found the boards. And Brown still favoring that right arm. That's thrown in. Onion, will he get there first? He drops it back. That shot off O'Leary into the corner. Finn again gets it towards the net. It's tipped by Empey. That's off a couple of skates. And Empey with the backhand. It's loose still. And Kanata relieved the pressure. Empey now on the forecheck. Kanata making changes. Peloso wise to pass away from the bench where the extra players were. Spicer with the save. Now coming up the far side. That was Empey. Finn over to Campbell. Campbell ahead for Birch. Peloso puts it back in. That was offside, but no penalty called. Interference, no goal. The arm was clearly up. Interference the call on Evans. So the face-off will be to the right of O'Leary. The Rideaus looking to take their first lead of the game. Sear wins the draw. Morency spins on the half boards. Puts it behind the net. Out it comes to Jackson. Jackson looking for a shooting lane. Over to Vio. Morency to Vio. Vio to Jackson. The one-timer tipped wide by Sear. Out to Morency. Morency to the corner. Back to Vio. Back to Morency. He comes in. Fans on the shot. Hanna turns and shoots. That's well wide. Backdoor pass Another backdoor pass, shot, O'Leary with the save. Spicer out, gets it up for Jackson. Sear beats the offside. Jackson's shot, low stick side, wide. Comes all the way around to Jackson again. Jackson back to Vio. Vio to Sear in front. Sear couldn't get good wood on it. Jackson to Hannah. Hannah with the no-look pass shot. And now Peloso. It's 2-on-2, Peloso and Hurdle. They leave it on the doorstep. Pelado now. Pelado fresh off the bench. Pelado spins, waiting for the rest of his line mates to change. 35 seconds remaining in the power play. Pelado still with the puck. Pelado across the blue line, knocked down. And Kanata clear the puck. Spicer. Carroll now. Carroll with a head of steam. He takes a whack. Gets across the line. Pelado on the backhand, turns. Turns again. Rideaus with the puck in the corner. Back to the line it comes. That shot off the stick of Lang. And now back to 5-on-5. Here come the Kings across the lines. Knocked aside by McLean. Leonard and McLean working on the boards with Pelado. Kahn with the hit on Leonard. Nowhere near the puck. Around the net it goes. They throw it up through center. McLean coming back. Kahn forechecking McLean. Round it comes. Onion bodied off the puck. Virch now. Virch across center. And Brown coming from a long way away to hit Virch there. Patty Finn ahead to Morency. Morency across the blue line. Throws it into the corner. Empey for Morency. And taken over there by Brown. Empey and Brown battling in the corner now. And the Kings come out with the puck. They go rink wide and then drop halfway in. Coming in, Spicer with the save. Little pushing and shoving, but everybody clears out. No one wants to take a foolish penalty now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce tonight's 50-50 winner. Tonight's prize is worth $175. Winning number is 209862. I repeat, 209862. If you won $175, please claim your prize in the lobby. Thank you very much for supporting Westport Rideaus.
Draw scrambled. Kanata come up with the puck. Campbell getting it to the line, but not out. Cruz coming in. Campbell on him. Campbell with the puck in his feet. And now Story. Story legging the puck across center. Story across the blue line. Story throwing it to the high slot. Picked up there by Sear. And his shot steered aside by O'Leary. Kanata player loses an edge in the half boards. Now Story throwing it to Jackson. Jackson shot. That low stick side. Again to Jackson in the slot. He misses glove side. Campbell puts that into the corner. The Kings with two men behind the defense. High risk, high reward play. Finn back. And that shot stopped by Spicer. Evans diving over Campbell. Campbell taking a knee to the head. A little slow to get up. Somebody call 911. There's 9 minutes, 11 seconds remaining here in the third. A 4-4 game. Draw scrambled. And Westport come up with the puck. Vio looking to get ahead. It's intercepted by Kanata. Back to the line it comes. Kanata not able to keep it in. Pelado on the forecheck. It comes back to the Rideaus side of center. Pelado in there first. The speedy Pelado trying to get it ahead to Jack Leonard. Evans intercepts. Back it comes. 3-on-2 shot. Saved by Spicer. Rideaus trying to put it rink wide. It gets hit by a stick. Carroll gets it ahead. Leonard tries to get around man. It's off a skate. Now Pelado and Fiorenza battling for it. Leonard on the forecheck on Lowe's. Leonard on Lowe's. Now Kanata behind their netminder. Leonard again on the forecheck. Now Pelado. Oh, Brown throws it in. Spicer out to stop it up. Carroll gets it around to Leonard. Leonard looking for Hannah. And again, the Kanata defenseman. He might need a skate sharpening, and Vio would like that one back. Vio in the slot. That rebound came to Vio. O'Leary was down. Vio tried to go over the goaltender and went over the net. 7:51 to play in this 4-4 tie. Virch takes Brown into the boards. Brown with the puck. Virch on the forecheck. Shaughnessy again. Oh. And McLean beating the Kanata forward to the hash marks. Taking a slash for the effort. So the face-off to the left of Ronan O'Leary. Morency pushes it ahead. Around the boards it goes. McLean throws it in cross ice. The Rideaus had to change. Hannah on the forecheck. Rideaus pressing now. Virch avoiding the hit. Almost lost the puck. O'Leary out to stop that puck for his defenseman. D-to-D pass and back. And now Brown. Brown across center. Brown missing a hit. That's off a couple of sticks. Story gloves that down and steers it. Rink wide they go, but Morency was going off for a change. Didn't see the pass. Now Peloso on the backhand pass. Carroll intercepts that. Ahead it comes to Sear. Sear around a man to Carroll. Carroll has the puck knocked off his stick. He gets it towards the corner. Keeps it in. And now off the official Mullen. Mullen's getting out of dodge. Across it goes. Kanata legging it across center. That's Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy with a move at the line. And glove pass. Thompson Plumbing, tonight's sponsor. No job is too large or too small. We're dedicated to serving the public with honest and dependable service. You can count on us. And you can now find them on Facebook. Draw scrambled. Lowe's puts it in deep. Finn looking for Sear. It was off the boards. O'Leary out to play it as their icing was waved off. And around the net they come. They turn back in their own end. Story across the blue line. Story throws it on net. Sear gets it to the slot area. Patty Finn's shot off a leg. Story going to the front of the net. Jackson with the puck. Jackson tried to get it to head to Story. Will Finn keep it in? No. Finn around the linesman. Now Sear, the lone forecheckers, his line mates were making changes. He gets the puck momentarily. And now Kanata coming again. Brown needs a skate sharpening. Or at least a stone. He's definitely lost an edge. So 4:54 with the 4-4 tie here in the third. Face off to the right of O'Leary. Pushed ahead by Onion. He throws it for Pelido. With Kanata clear the zone. Leonard back to McLean. McLean, the last man, trying to get ahead to Onion. Peloso picks up that puck, his shot, into the glove of Ben Spicer. And then Peloso skating right into the blue ice. He shot from the top of the face-off dot. No reason for him to be in there. Vio behind his own net to McLean. That puck thrown ahead for Birch. Birch looked like he was laying down a bunt. Picked up that pass out of the air. No icing. Not sure why. Vio off the boards. Back to Peloso. Peloso looking to go rink wide. That's off the skate of Empey. Empey gets it ahead for Virch. Virch with the puck. Virch shot towards the net off a skate. McLean throws the puck at the net. It's off a skate and over the boards. 3:59 remaining in this rumble on the Rideau. Up to 39 viewers at home. Draw to the right of O'Leary. Kanata win the draw. Around the net they come. That's Beauchamp. Beauchamp loses an edge. The shot still comes and steered aside by Spicer. Rideaus get it ahead. Story now. He lost the puck. Cruz turning. The big man, 77 across the blue line. Patty Finn knocks the puck off his stick. Into the corner it goes. And out front, that shot kicked aside by Spicer. A little nonchalant off the boards there, but it gets the job done. Kanata Kings bringing it back. Ahead it comes. That's it's Jackson. Jackson in the corner. Now Story. Now Cruz. Thrown back in. Jackson has to clear. Sear the forechecker. Jackson going off. Sear turns his man and he goes off. Fresh legs out for both teams. Leonard the forechecker. Into the corner. Now Pelido. Fiorenza with the puck. Throws it up the middle for Evans. Evans knocked off the puck by Carroll in open ice. Now Vio to Carroll. Carroll up for Leonard, intercepted by Lowe's. Carroll gets it back to center. On the far side, the Kings throw it in. Carroll chips it by a man. Out into the slot area it comes. Peloso to his defense partner. That long throw in off the blocker of Spicer. Around the net it goes. Onion out to the slot, kicked aside by Spicer. Off the half boards. The Kings buzzing now. Back to the line. That shot off a stick and over the net. Carroll gets it to the line but not out. Vio puts it back. Carroll and Leonard is thrown in front. Vio with room on the far side. He throws it down the ice and Leonard will not beat Shaughnessy, so that's an icing. 1:32 remaining here in the third period. We're tied at 4. I wonder if Merkley will use his timeout here. And they do. Timeout, Westport. Merkley allowing assistant coach Tim Seed to diagram something here. Minute and 32 remaining. The Rideaus found themselves in a 3-0 hole less than 4 minutes into the game. They battled back to tie the game at 4. We have a minute and 32 remaining. 2 big points on the line here. The Kings trail the Rideaus by 3 points in the standings with the same number of games played. A hometown win puts them ahead by 5 points. A visitor's win puts them 1 point out of second place. We're ready to start the last minute and 32 seconds. Draw scrambled. Pelado gets control. Carroll behind his net for Leonard. Leonard throws it up ice. Gloved there by Shaughnessy. 2 Rideaus were heading down ice, but they've come back. No one knows where the puck is. It's whistled down. Now the Rideaus can make changes if they want to. They elect to go with the same line. The Kings elect to switch 2. Onion wins the draw. Round the boards it comes for Leonard. Leonard didn't see Pelado. They get across ice and dump it in. The Kings in their own end. Last minute to play here in the third period. This feels like a playoff game. Lowe's now throws it in deep. Spicer stops it for his defenseman. Round the boards it comes. McLean off the boards. And now Peloso looking ahead. And the Kings content to put it in deep. Now McLean coming out of his own end. Looking ahead for Jackson. That was too far, but no icing. As Peloso came out to play that and misplayed it. A rare miscue by the captain, Peloso. Peloso throws it up ice. Campbell with 15 seconds. Putting it ahead for Virch. Virch and Hurdle. 4 seconds. 3. Hanna with the puck. Throws it out front. Will they get a shot? Smith stepping in on Hurdle. And we've got overtime. So each team with a point. So now the Rideaus maintain a 3-point lead on Kanata. Kanata could pull within 2, or the Rideaus could go ahead by 4. Jackson, Sear, and Vio to start overtime for the Rideaus. Peloso, Evans, and Lowe's for the Kings. O'Leary and Spicer in the net. Peloso with the puck. Sear picks up Lowe's. Hands him off to Vio. Shot kicked aside by Spicer. That was wide. Sear now on Peloso. Evans turns with the puck. Passes Sear off Sear's stick, and O'Leary plays that over to Peloso. Peloso and Sear collide. Peloso across center. Watched by Vio. Vio pins Peloso. Jackson now with the puck. Jackson loses an edge. And thrown out front, Spicer with two important saves. Jackson lost an edge there. And out to the line to Cruz. Cruz got a heavy shot. Blocked. And Jackson taken down in front of the net. Plunkett sees nothing. McLean now. McLean one-on-one. His shot off the boards and into the corner. McLean all alone down there. Now Virch. The Kings clearing. Virch to McLean. McLean to Morency. Morency. Shifty Morency. Gets it ahead to McLean. McLean across to Virch. Virch back to Morency. Morency likes to dangle, but he puts it ahead for Virch. And icing the call by Hahn. Jackson went off, looked like a spear. We can't review the video here. We have our feed plus the live barn. I'm sure the coaches will be looking at that after and appealing. Backhand pass, that shot wide. McLean around the net. Ahead for Morency. Morency with room to skate, but he's all alone. His line mates went off for and a backhand shot handled by O'Leary. Morency pinned. And now here comes Caron. Caron drops it for Hurdle. Hurdle going around the net. Carroll meets him on the far side. Hurdle skates all the way back to his own end. Hurdle now with Peloso. In 3-on-3, they often take a basketball defense of man-on-man. Pelado on the forecheck. And Onion on the puck, but offside. So now the Kings ahead. Onion picking up the trailer. Good back check by Onion. Pelado on the puck carrier. Gets to the front of the net, steered aside by Onion. Kanata bring it back. 6:50 remaining in the overtime. Peloso now with the puck. He passes it over to Lowe's. Onion with good body position. Lowe's not able to get the puck. Okay. Onion waiting for his line mates to change. Leaves it for Vio, and he goes off. Vio ahead to Story. Story gets around Cruz, loses his footing, and back comes Colley. Colley. Cruz with a shot, rebound, and the Kings get the extra point. Story losing his footing in the offensive zone allowed for a 3-on-2 coming back the other way. So the Rideaus maintain second place. 2 points ahead of the visiting Kanata Kings. And the officials having a conference And Nolan Campbell is the Cove player of the game. Ben Spicer may have been a close second, coming in relief. So, from Phil and Tim up here in the booth, we thank you, and we'll see you here next week when the South Grenville Rangers come to town. Thank you from the WTC. Good night.